Your heart beats roughly 72 times per minute. This living drum that pushes against your ribs taps out the beat that moves your feet. It is a whisper in the breeze and the thin trails of smoke rising from blackened trees. It is faint and it is fragile, yet it echoes all around you. Can you hear it? Once upon a time, I could hear it. And in hearing it, I was filled with joy because I was just a little boy. But now I feel like some wind-up toy running along this track called life again and again until the day that I explode and all that I am and all that I was will be left battered and broken across the floor. So I come before you as one in his sadness, hoping that you will hear it too and that we can hear it together. But until that day comes, I ask you, can you hear it? Can you hear the sound of your heart beating past the noise of electronic highways and byways, feeding you information that never really pertains to you, but somehow is made to relate to you? Can you hear it as virtual causeways from across the globe launch signals through the air, touching the rim of this cosmic marble we call Earth, and come to rest in your homes and in your hands? I'm 18 years old, and I'm about to step out underneath the spotlights of this world. For all the world is a stage, but I am filled with rage because I do not understand why I'm trapped behind my own self-made cage of questions. The bars, they surround me. I grab them hoping one day to break them from their base, but until that day comes, I ask you, can you hear the sound of your heart beating past the chatter of 6 million faces, all of different races, coming together to view each other's Facebook pages, poking and joking, but in reality, choking the very things that make them who they are? And so I stand behind my cage of questions, asking, what does it mean to like a status when you don't like who you are? And how many people still remember the feel of book pages? In 1 minute, 1.3 million people stare into their Mac and PC window frames, watching people on YouTube try to capture that elusive 15 minutes of fame by some unrecognizable, unpronounceable name that hides their shame. See, I'm just being honest, and my honesty is scary, because I wish I was that little boy again. I wish I could look at a puddle and see it as the sea. I wish I could turn back the hands of time just to get a glimpse of that beautiful space of freedom between PE and recess. But I can't. See, your heart beats 72 times per minute. And in that minute, you are made oceans, for the blood flowing through you rises and falls like the coming of the tide in the light of the moon. See, once upon a time, this living drum that taps and raps, pushes and pulls became more than just an organ in your chest. It became an idea. It told you that you were alive, and that because you were alive, you were valuable. That your value was made apparent when you read the words, made in the image of God. But along the way, we lost sight of that. We got caught in the rush of it all, always looking into the future and forgetting about the past, just trying to stretch our hands into that dark unknown, hoping to grab onto something that lasts. See, we're so afraid of pressing pause into the present and embracing the past as if it were a lost child, holding it in our arms, feeling it, making it tangible, standing on this spinning track called life, staring into the sunset, waiting. To all of you who fall under the sound of my voice, when you hear the music of this living drum, slow down. Slow down to the rhythmic rise and fall, to live, love, laugh, breathe, cry, scream, hope, dream.